it's Eugenia. So kind of a long time ago, I made a video about some of the really weird dreams that I've had in my life, because I don't know like what happens when I fall asleep sometimes, but sometimes like when I'm sleeping, I just like don't know where my mind goes, and I literally have like the most like weird dreams ever. By the way guys, I'm really sorry, my throat has still been kind of sore, so my voice starts like randomly cracking or sounding kind of weird, then that's why. Anyways, yeah, so I kind of talked about a lot of weird dreams I've had. Somewhere like I've died, somewhere like other crazy stuff has happened. There's also been like times where I've literally dreamed, and it seemed like very realistic, that I've been like being attacked almost by like demons. I don't know if like attacked is the right word, but yeah, kind of like demons like coming to me and actually seeming like very legit and really weird. I've also kind of had times where I've almost like felt like I left my body, and I've read a lot into like out-of-the-body experiences and stuff, and I don't know if that's even whatever really happened to me or if it's all just been like dreams from me reading stuff. And I've had stuff like sleep paralysis happening, I think anyway, because I've had times where like, well not many, but like a couple of times where like I was sleeping and suddenly I'll kind of like realize that I'm sleeping, and I kind of have felt like vibrations and stuff. First time that happened to me, I was like really young, and it was actually really scary. It was like when you're having that happen, you're not like in a dream, you're just kind of like aware that you're sleeping. So it's weird. But anyways guys, besides all this, the other night I actually had like the most weird dream ever. It was really bizarre, and because that happened, I actually thought like, wow, I should like tell you guys in a video because it was so crazy. So sometimes when I'm gonna go to sleep or just like whatever, I figure like, okay, there's like these videos that exist on YouTube where they're kind of supposed to like hypnotize you, or maybe not like hypnotize you, but kinda. Like they're supposed to put you to sleep, and some of them are kind of like they're hypnotizing you, kinda. Some are like more, I guess, like meditations, but they're all kind of the same, I guess. I don't really know what to call them. It's like I've listened to these guys, but for some reason, I still don't even really know what to call them. But they basically help you go to sleep. And there was like one video in particular the other night, or one set of videos, because maybe it was on autoplay on YouTube, I really don't know. By the way, I just want to like make this really clear before I kind of go into more detail, that this is no hate at all to the video. I think the video was like a Michael Seeley video, and it's crazy, like honestly, if you read the comments on like pretty much all his videos, like they're all people saying that it helped them go to sleep and that it literally like gave them really good sleep. So I don't know, I'm probably just like really weird, and for some reason have weird experiences sometimes. Sometimes these videos have helped me go to sleep, and I did end up falling asleep, it's just my dreams went really crazy. Sometimes when I have listened to these though, I've also had like other very weird dream experiences, but that's honestly really probably just me, because there's so many people that say they have really good experiences watching these videos. So please don't get the wrong idea. I'm not at all giving any hate towards him whatsoever, or any of those types of videos in general. Anyways, I was listening to one of those videos this night, the other night, I think it was like 2 nights ago now, while it was just happening. And I'm still in Connecticut for a little bit. The last couple of days, it's been like raining off and on like crazy, and that night I think it rained like all night pretty much. I'm actually really happy that it stopped raining, so hopefully you guys can hear like the audio in this video good, because literally like right before I started filming it was raining again. So yeah, last couple of days it's been raining like crazy. I think the rain may have also kind of affected where my mind and my dreams are going a little bit, because I also realized like throughout the night I also would hear like the rain all night as well as the video. So it wasn't just the video, I was also hearing the rain. So you know, it might have just kind of been like a mix of stuff. I probably should have written it down like right after I had this dream. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna forget this, which I mostly didn't. But anyways, let me just tell you guys. So I remember at one point, I kind of felt like I wasn't myself, but like I still was. Like I still knew who I was, and I still had like all my memories and all of that. But I remember kind of just being like an energy, but I was still like conscious, if that makes sense. I just kind of remember flying around through like nowhere. And that might sound really cool to some of you guys, like that might sound like that's pretty cool. Like maybe if I was just hearing it, I was like, oh, it doesn't sound that bad, like whatever. But the thing is, like when it was going on, especially with me hearing like the video in the back and the voice from the video and the rain and everything, it was like terrifying to me. Like I was really, really scared. And then I just kept thinking, like, could this possibly be a dream? Like maybe this isn't real. I've read into a lot of like lucid dreaming stuff and things like that. And I've heard that like if you look at your hands in a dream, then typically if you're in a dream, then they will not look right, is what I've heard. It was really weird. I didn't even know if that was gonna work because I figured I would try it, but I also kind of felt like I was like not even in a body. Like I was just kind of like an energy, just kind of like flying around and unable to escape this. And I was just kind of wishing that I could return to like my actual life and like wake up. But anyways, I did decide to like look at my hands. Like I imagined like putting my hands forward, and I imagined like trying to see what they would look like I would in real life, you know? When I did that, yeah, it actually is true, or at least like for my experience with this dream, is like you don't see your hands like how they normally would look. Like literally like my hands pretty much looked kind of like weird blobs, kind of. And then as I kept looking at them, I think they kind of started to look a little bit more normal, and then they kind of like disappeared. And then like I think I tried again, and kind of the same thing happened where they kind of literally looked like blobs, and they didn't really look like my hands. Really strange how that will happen. I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried that. I don't know if some of you guys are gonna think I'm crazy listening to this, but this is what happened. You could actually read into this stuff, guys. Lucid dreaming, out of the body experiences. There's a lot of crazy stuff with like dreaming. If you guys have tried this, is that what your hands are supposed to look like in a dream? Kind of like blobs. Like it was so weird. So I could still hear like all the audio in this video. And then at one point I remember like kind of the things that were going on in the video, like seeming like they were relating to what's going on. Like I remember at one point the video said like you are respawning over and over and over. And see, that is like what is exactly what was happening to me in the dream. I literally kept having like a zillion like false awakenings, which if you guys don't know what that means, it's when basically like you think that you've woken up from a dream, or like you've woken up but you haven't actually woken up. Like you're still in the dream, you're still in like a dream body, and you're not actually awakened. So what happened was I kept like waking up, but I wasn't actually waking up. I was just in a dream waking up. The way I was looking at it, because I was kind of aware that was what was going on, when I heard the voice saying like, oh, you are respawning over and over and over, I just kind of felt like I was like not able to escape, and I literally never knew if I was gonna escape. I thought that I just might keep like respawning over and over and over and over and never actually like returning to my actual life. What I thought might have happened was I thought that I might have like left my real body, and I thought that maybe I was like lost. Like if you read into this stuff, some of them say about like astral planes or like whatever, and I didn't know if like, I was like maybe this is that, maybe that's what this has come to. And maybe now I'm literally just like lost out here, and I can't return to my own body. I can't return to like my own self. And it was like actually really, really scary, because yeah, it was just like a floating thing. I didn't know whether the voice would ever stop. I didn't know if it was ever gonna stop. But then like I did kind of realize I was sleeping, I think somewhere in me. What I did was I just kept trying to keep in my brain like maybe I'll wake up, and I just kind of waited to wake up. I was like, when am I gonna wake up? When am I gonna wake up? And I would also kind of like force myself to wake up. Like I would keep trying to, you know, get myself like out of the scary dream. Because sometimes like when I've had really, really, really disturbing bad dreams, I'll kind of like realize that I'm sleeping, and I can just kind of wake myself up if it gets like really bad, because then I'm like, okay, this can't be real, and then it's not. But yeah, no, like I just kept kind of like hoping that I would wake up, and I would kind of try to like be like, okay, wake up, like force myself to wake up. And I remember like trying to take out my AirPods or my headphones, whatever you want to call them. What happened was like this is also pretty strange. I couldn't take them out because I would just be, I think I might have had them on in my dream too. So I would try to like reach for them and take them out. And this is weird, guys, because I'm aware, I know I said I felt like I wasn't in a body in the dream. Sometimes I felt like I was, and sometimes I felt like I wasn't. I don't know, it was so weird. So then as I kind of kept trying to take them out, every time I would try, I would just kind of like respawn or whatever. They wouldn't actually come out. So then I was just like regretting listening to the video. I started like blaming myself, being like, this is like my fault for listening to that video. Like, what if that video was like evil? If I never listened to that video, I would have never ended up in this predicament. It's just like going crazy thinking that. And again, this is probably not the video's fault. This is probably just me having a really weird dream for some reason. And I don't know why my mind won't hear it at night, but sometimes when I'm sleeping, I have very strange dreams. And I think at one point they might have even been kind of like stuck in my ears. Like I'd be trying to like pull them out, but there was either like they wouldn't come out or there was nothing there. So yeah, I guess because I was sleeping, I guess that makes sense now. So then that happened, and that was pretty crazy. I also kind of remember thinking that maybe like I separated from myself, because I was like, well, my real self isn't gonna be like dead, let's be honest, and I'm not. But I was literally thinking that maybe like my life would continue on just like regularly, but also like part of myself would be like gone, kind of like I would just kind of be existing consciously, like floating around nowhere, never being able to escape. But me in the real world, like right here, would never know that that happened, and that part of myself was just out there nowhere. And I was like, this is so cruel, like what do I do? Is this like never just gonna end for like ever? And you know, yeah, it was crazy. That sounds like something off of like Black Mirror or something. It's like really scary, weird thinking, but yeah, that's literally what I was thinking though. Like that's literally what I was thinking. I also remember having like one false awakening too, where I think my mom, or like my dream mom, I guess, like my mom in a dream, was there too. And I guess I remember kind of like explaining to her and almost crying by how scared I was, but then it turned out that, of course, I was still stuck in my dream. And guys, the weird thing is, like, this felt like hours. Honestly, this felt like a very, very, very long time. But I think that dreams can feel much longer than they actually are. So chances are, what felt like hours was only like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't really know. Some of you guys might know more about this than me. But basically, then suddenly, my eyes went from being shut to just like wide open in the real world, finally. And I was just like, thank God, I'm not a little blob just like floating around with like weird looking hands, and I'm back in my regular life. So I was pretty relieved with that, because this was a very, very scary dream. It was really, really weird. And yeah, I don't think I actually left my body or anything like that, guys. Probably not. It's probably just because I've read a lot of stuff about this, like on the internet and things like that. But I do have to say, it was a very, very scary dream. I don't know if this was like sleep paralysis or if this was just like a really weird dream. I think it's more like a weird dream, because it still like was a dream, I think, but I don't know. It was a scary, weird dream. And a lot of time, honestly, guys, like I like the rain sometimes. Sometimes I think it can be like really calming and nice. And again, no hate to these videos at all. Sometimes when I listen to these videos, I do have kind of weird dreams, but I think that's just me. A lot of people say that like it helps them fall asleep, which I did fall asleep, but that they have great sleeping. So, you know, yeah, very well could just be me having like really, really weird dreams. And if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed listening to like my crazy dream experience, because I literally just thought it was so crazy that I would make a video about it, then give this video a thumbs up so I know that you liked it. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you do that, you might want to click the bell icon, because that way you should be notified whenever I post a new video. If you guys have had any really crazy weird dream experiences or sleep paralysis or like out of the body feeling like weird stuff, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear. I hope that you guys have hopefully not experienced any dreams that were too scary for you. All my social media links will also be listed right down there in the description, and also my Twitch link where I've been doing like live streams and stuff, and it's really fun on there, so you can join if you'd like. That'd be super cool if you want to follow me. Well, I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. All right, bye.